Hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. Alright, I think this is the second or maybe the third. I think it's the second flight ever of the FREEWING English Electric Lightning or the English Electric BAC. I think the BAC started out being British Electric and then the British took over or something, British Air Corps took over. But anyway, I had someone tell me how it was and I was like, oh, that makes sense. I knew somebody would know. High rates, and we're flying my AS3X, right, left, up, down, right, left. All right, 3.5 minutes. See if I can take it. Now we're gonna do our best to stay up with it, but it gray sky, grayish blue sky, and a little grayish blue plane with no lights and tiny. And I glued the gear in. They're not coming out, just so you know. All right.
Timer reset.
Got a AR631 Spectrum receiver running AS3X Plus in there. And we got a crosswind on top of that. Here, I just reached for the retracts that I don't have. 64 millimeter. Now you want to fly this actually like a Death Dorito. You want to land it at a high alpha kind of stance. Good flying little jet, just small. Take it up. Easy to lose orientation. I thought I was facing me and I was going away. With this, you're going to want to focus on that rudder to keep your orientation straight. Yeah, focus on that rudder. Yeah, she's a good flying little. It's like the second time. I think it's the second time I ever flew it. Out of the power now. A little touch and go. For $189, not bad.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
Sounds good. Sounds real good. I'm running a 2600 HRB 4S in there. Yeah. Sounds real good. This crosswind is making things very interesting. Yeah. Didn't even have to use this feature.
Braking. Cruise mode.
Yep, you saw it right. It's got reverse thrust also. That steering is way sensitive. And I've got the nose wheel gyro engaged, but I probably need to turn the throw down on it because it's really sensitive, but not bad. All right, still got 1:15. One more up and down. Oh yeah.
One minute.
I like it. Never judge a plane by just one flight. Get 6 or 7 flights out of it first. Didn't like that. Yeah.
30 seconds.
Hey, look at that. That's some tough gear there.
20 seconds.
That's tough gear. Them been retracts, they would have folded up and been trash.
10.
Well, we're landing over there. All right. Yeah, light little plane.
Braking. Cruise mode. Timer expired. Motor is silent like a tomb.
Motor is silent like a tomb. All right, let's go back to our bench and we'll talk about it. And I really don't even remember what the timer was. Look how the wind's just moving it. My timer was set for, well, hold on.
Timer reset.
Okay, 3.5 minutes is what we flew. Let me show you my battery. I've got a 2600 HRB 4S, about a good third of the, or a fourth of the battery back underneath the bulkhead there. Let's check the battery. Now I use just regular old white tube glue to put this plane together. Still got 47% left, so really you can set your timer for 4.5 minutes, no problem, with a 2600. But I was in a hurry, so I went ahead and I put a bead of hot glue along the underside of the wing, and I also did the same thing along the rudder, because they only have two small little bitty foam tabs that attach the rudder and of course then the surface, and to me that wasn't enough, so I put a little bead of hot glue. It looks ugly, but it's like welding foam together, basically, is what hot glue does. Basically, it's like welding for foam. All right, go over our flying rates. Obviously, we don't have flaps or gear. I was in my high rates, 80% on ailerons with 40% expo. Elevator, 60% with 40% expo. And rudder, 100% with 50% expo. Now, the way you want to set this plane up is, if you look, there's this molding along the side that the elevator rides along, okay? The front of that elevator, can you zoom in on that? The front of that elevator needs to line up with the bottom. See how it's kind of down just a touch? Kind of line up with the bottom of that. That's where you want that elevator to line up at. So just a touch of, basically like 2 clicks of up elevator, 2 millimeters of up elevator is what you want. All right. Flying rates that I flew in, or actually flying rates, go over the AS3X settings. Got the AR631, AS3X Plus gains or one-time gains. Roll, pitch, and yaw, 40, 30, and 50. Priority, all at 100 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Didn't do anything with heading, stop, lock, all at 50 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Didn't do anything with a release rate. And one-time gains. Oh yes, my nose wheel gyro. The nose wheel gyro has a heading window of 50%, but with only 25% correction back and forth. And I do not have that tied to the gain channel. The gains are set, locked in just for the nose wheel. So if I adjust the gains for the flying controls, it doesn't affect the nose wheel. That's set, just 25% correction. And that's really too much because she still is all over the place, but still good. And it has a 50% window that it can travel in. 180 priority on that. All right, well, there you go, folks. That is, we tested the battery. We had like 40-something% left. That is the all-new second flight ever of the FREEWING BAC British Electric, or English Electric, The advertisement says English Electric, and the box says BAC, so whichever way y'all want to look at it. So there you go, good little flying plane. Its only thing is that because the color of it and the size, keep her in tighter than I flew her, because orientation can be a bit of a bother. Come out on a really nice pretty day. We got lots of clouds, that way you got some contrast in the sky, and you'll have a little bit better of a time keeping up with her. But other than that, she's a good flying plane. God bless y'all. Y'all have a good one. Gabriel, thank you for filming. And don't forget, folks, faith, family, and friends, God is good, and let's keep them in the air. Bye, y'all.